KitchenAid mixers are beautiful, powerful machines, but they do have some issues. And that's why we here at Mr. Mixer are doing our best to improve the product to make sure that it is a perfect fit for the end user. Now we've already got some amazing upgrades, guys. You know what I'm talking about. We got the quick install spring and washer here, and we have the EverDime. We have sold thousands of these things and people love them. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today we're here to talk about our new product, the Hi-Rize. And the Hi-Rize is designed to improve the mixing experience for the bowl-raised KitchenAid mixers. I'm talking about the Professional 600 Pro 5 Plus, the 7-quart Pro line, the 8-quart Commercial, and even the K5 SS style of machines. That's right, these babies are universal, so if you have a bowl-raised mixer, it'll fit your machine. Now, one of the biggest problems with these bowl-raised machines is that the paddles don't reach the bottom of the bowl. You can see that there's quite a large gap between that paddle and the bottom of the bowl. Take a look. We're going to turn this on. It's passing over that dime. It's not even thinking about touching it. And this is actually something that's been in the works for almost 2 years. Let's take a little look at it, see what it does, and see how it can improve your baking experience. All right, so let's take a look at these and how they work. These are the Hi-Rize by Mr. Mixer, trademark and patent pending. Take a look. It consists of a sleeve and an insert. You get 2 of these, well, because there's 2 tabs on every bowl. In the Hi-Rize here, it could not be more simple to install. Let's go ahead and take a look at that and show you how it works. We'll take the bowl right off of the machine. Now take note of the sleeves here. If you take a look, you can see that one side is thicker and one side is thinner. Now we have the insert. We'll go ahead and put this into place. Let me show you how we get those 4 different height settings. So if you could tell here, we have a thick side and a thin side, and then we have the spacer in the middle. So for example, to get the thickest setting, you see we have the thick side and then we have the tab on the bottom. That tab is gonna say on the underside of this bowl tab right here, and we'll slide that into place. That'll give you the thickest setting. And then if you wanted the thinnest setting, instead of putting the tab on the underside, we'll turn this thing over. We will leave the tab on the thick side, but we will go ahead and put only the thin side underneath this tab. Next, you have the 2 intermediate settings, which is going to be just the thick side underneath the tab, or you turn it over and you get the tab and the thin side underneath the tab, like this. All right, so we have our K5 SS style machine. As we've seen, there's already a pretty sizable gap down there. So we're gonna opt to use the thickest setting on that Hi-Rize. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead, let's lower the bowl here. We're gonna take this paddle off. We'll go ahead and remove the bowl. Okay, as you can see here, we have the tab inserted. The tab is on the side with the thick portion of this sleeve. Let's go ahead and put this on the bowl. Now, in order to do that, all we're gonna do is slide this right over the tab, ensuring that this sleeve stays below the tab on the bowl. Just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side. Now take note, these things are actually pretty firmly in place. These are not just gonna easily fall off. All right, with our Hi-Rize in place, we can go ahead and put the bowl on the machine. We're just gonna line up our tabs here, snap it into place. Now we are going to need a dime for this, so we'll just go ahead and take our dime. We're gonna throw this in the bottom of the bowl. Now we are ready to go ahead and put our paddle into place, so we'll go ahead, we'll line this up and twist it up into place. Next, we're gonna go ahead and just raise the arms of the bowl. All right, take a look here. We have our Hi-Rizes on. Let's take a look at the gap there between the beater and the bowl. You can tell it has just been minimized. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this machine into the stir position. Take a look at that. It is passing over that dime, just giving it a little touch on each rotation. Now this K5 SS machine, it is perfect now. The paddle is just that high off the bottom of that bowl. That's gonna make sure that all of those ingredients get incorporated properly. Okay, we are gonna move on to the Pro 600 here. Remember, as you can see, there is quite a gap there at the bottom of that paddle. All right, we're gonna go ahead and install the Hi-Rize again in the highest setting. And when we do that, we're gonna find that the paddle is now a little bit too close to the bottom of the bowl. Take a look, it's really pushing that dime around. We really just wanted to give it a little flick. All right, so this time let's go ahead and install the Hi-Rize here with the little insert on the top side of this tab. Take a look, you can see that insert is now on the top side of this tab as opposed to the underside. And by doing so, you're only gonna have the width of this thick side underneath that tab raising the bowl, so you're actually gonna take it away from the paddle about a 1/16 of an inch, which is what this insert is. Now, as you can see here, that has created just enough space that when we turn this thing on, it's just gonna give that dime a nice little flick. Now, the key takeaway with these adjustments here is you really do just want that paddle that high off the bottom, right? You want to just give that dime a little flick. If it's pushing it all the way around, you're too close to the bottom of the bowl. If you take the dime out of the bowl and you turn the machine, you increase the speeds and your paddle's hitting the sides of the bowl, it's a little bit too close. You need to choose a thinner setting. Now, this pretty much sums up the Hi-Rize. It's a simple yet effective product, but it pairs really well with the quick install spring and washer. Let me show you why. Now, we will link a video at the end of this showing the install of this quick install spring and washer, but take a look here. You can see that we have it installed here. This is why it pairs so well. So without this spring and washer here holding tension down on that paddle, while this thing is mixing, it can really raise off the bottom. Look, if there was nothing holding pressure down, this paddle could just slide right up and it can go an additional, half an inch or so. The spring and washer is just going to help make sure that that paddle stays down and engaged in your mix. And the best part about it, just like the Hi-Rize, the quick install spring and washer is also universal. Well, thanks for spending some time with me today, taking a few looks at some of these new products that we're bringing out. Stay tuned because we have a lot of great stuff on the horizon. But remember, we don't just offer upgrades. We actually sell machines, we repair machines. People send us their mixers from all over the US. If your machine is in need of a little TLC, you can also do the same. Make sure to check out some of our other repair tutorials. We really just walk you through every style of machine, showing you the ins and outs, how they work, and how to repair them when they fail. Now, if you ever do need any parts, tools, grease, or supplies, we do have a website where we offer all of that stuff, mrmixer.store. Thanks for following along with this install video. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for following along with this video. If you haven't already, make sure to pick up a quick install spring and washer or the new Hi-Rize that we just released, and we'll see you next time. Now, I've actually known this was an issue for quite some time, guys, but it takes a very long time to bring a product to market.